Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm diving into the brand new album Caos by Miguel, released October 23rd, 2025, coinciding with his 40th birthday. This is Miguel's first full studio album in 8 years. So let's unpack what's going on here. The sound, the themes, track by track highlights, what works, what maybe doesn't, and what it all means for Miguel moving forward. Let's get into it. First, a little background. Miguel's last full-length album was War and Leisure, 2017. Note the long gap. In that time, a lot has happened. Globally, personally, musically. The new album Caos is described as emerging from a period of transformation and introspection for Miguel. He's said things like, "To rebuild, I had to destroy myself." That is the core confrontation of chaos. So the title alone, Chaos, sets a tone. It signals turbulence, change, identity, maybe even self-destruction and rebirth. Musically, he's not just doing standard R&B here. There are rock, electronic, industrial touches, some Spanish, English bilingual lyricism, a rawer, more experimental edge. So for listeners expecting the smooth love ballads of the past, be prepared. This is a shift. Sound-wise, the album is about contrasts, soft and harsh, sexy and dissonant, vulnerable yet aggressive. For example, the title track Caos opens with a Spanish voice note monologue, "La vida es fría, el frío es el dolor, crecimiento," and then moves into acoustic guitars, distorted samples, children's choir, drum machines. That sets a mood of conflict and transformation. Miguel is exploring themes like identity. He uses Spanish and English, loss and renewal, politics and protest. For instance, the track El Pleito touches on US-Mexico border social issues. And of course, love and intimacy, but love that isn't simple. It's complicated, messy, urgent. Vocals. Miguel sounds as strong as ever. His falsetto, his range, his ability to make you feel the lines. Some critics say the songwriting isn't always perfect, but the voice and the sonic textures carry it. Production. You'll hear guitars scraping, glitchy electronics, trap hi-hats, Latin rhythms, a hybrid of styles. So the theme. Chaos isn't just noise, it's life, change, identity, grief, joy, and Miguel invites us into his version of that. Let's touch on some standout tracks. Spoiler, there are more than these, but these give the flavor. Caos, title track, the opener, sets the tone. Spanish-English mix, acoustic guitars, children's choir sample, a statement of identity and upheaval. Rip, a love song but laced with tension. The drums pick up, the rhythm section gets woozy. Miguel sings, "I rip when the weight bears down." New Martyrs, Ride for You. This one mixes the personal and the political. Love for a partner, but also loyalty, protest, solidarity. Angel's Song, probably the most tender on the album, an ode to his son, stripped back in comparison to some of the heavier tracks. Always Time, a moment of reflection, a little more classic R&B lean, but filtered through the transformation Miguel's undergoing. Karma, feat. George Clinton, The Closer, funky, cosmic, wraps up the album with a sense of both ending and beginning, a comma, not a period. Shatter the standards. In terms of flow, the album starts intense, hits some darker territory, then by the end there's resolution or at least movement toward it. It's short, about 36 to 37 minutes. What works? The ambition is palpable. Miguel isn't playing it safe. He wants to grow, experiment. That's admirable. Vocally and sonically strong. Even when some tracks are rough around the edges, the performance delivers. Thematically rich, identity, grief, change, protest, there's a lot to unpack. What doesn't always work? Some songs feel underdeveloped. Critics have pointed out that a few self-produced tracks are short, a bit scattered. Some lyrics might feel heavy-handed, or the harder experimentation makes some hooks less memorable than past hits. If you're expecting the Miguel of Adorn or straightforward romantic R&B, this might take time to click. In short, it's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. It's part of a journey. So where does this put Miguel? I'd say Chaos is a bold step, a reassertion of Miguel as a creative force, not just a hitmaker. He's staking claim to a space where he can evolve. My rating, I'm giving it around 8 out of 10. Why? Because for me, the strengths outweigh the weaknesses. The vision is there. The execution largely works, even with the rough spots. If you're a fan of Miguel, this album will reward you if you're open to his evolution. If you're new to him, this might be an intriguing entry point, though you might later want to go back to Kaleidoscope Dream or Wild Heart to see the arc. In terms of what's next, Miguel has shown he's not content to rest on past glory. The world's changed. He's changed. This album suggests his next era will be about authenticity over easy hits. Closing thoughts. Caos isn't an easy listen, and that's part of its strength. It captures turmoil and transformation in a time where many of us feel like we're living in chaos. And through that, Miguel reminds us, chaos can be cathartic, can be creative. If you listen with that in mind, you'll find a lot to love. Call to action. Let me know in the comments. What's your favorite track on the album? How did it hit you on first listen versus after a few spins? If you're new to Miguel, what track surprised you? And if you like this review, hit like, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I'll be doing more album reviews like this. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.